You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about the North Carolina Tar Heels hosting the LaSalle Explorers on December 14th at 4 p.m. on the CW Network. Now, the Heels recently dropped all the way out of the top 25 poll with a 15-point loss to currently number 7 Alabama. And then they edged out a win, a 3-point victory in their ACC opener against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets last week. And there have been red flags all over the place on this daggone basketball team, man. Zero post-production, horrible shooting spells, and tons of unnecessary turnovers, bro. Just tons of unnecessary turnovers, man. So the question that I have off the jump is, over the course of this last week, has Hubert Davis been able to tighten this team up because Carolina is gearing up for their last non-conference games of the year, and they are in desperate need of a Q1 win? And that's not what LaSalle is, bro. That is not what this game is, but we are going to jump into this thing as Tar Heel fans anyway. Quick plug and shout out to the Huddle Hooligans for helping me keep the lights on, baby. It's only $3.99 a month to become a member, and you get access to the lively Discord for the channel. And we have a great time in there, man. It's obviously been captivated with a bunch of the football talk because of the recent announcement of Bill Belichick being hired as Carolina's football coach. That's a stinking train coming, baby. But it's less than a price of a cup of coffee, man. And obviously it financially supports the channel, man. So I really appreciate the hooligans and all that they do. Unfortunately, there will be no live reaction and watch party on the 14th due to work conflictions. However, I will make a reaction video afterwards, so stay tuned for that, man. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this thing. Let's get knee deep into this thing, man. The 6-4 LaSalle Explorers out of the A-10 conference are coming off of an 82-68 home loss to St. Joe's a few days ago, and will be looking to obviously get back in the win column against the Heels. Now, they are led by head coach Francis Dunphy, who has a 35-36 record at LaSalle. Their leading scorer and assist man is the 6', 175-pound senior guard Corey McKeithen, who is averaging 18.8 points per game, 3.5 boards, and 3.1 assists. He's shooting 45.3% from the floor, 48.6% from three, and 81.3% from the free throw line. The Explorers' leading rebounder is the 6'9", 245-pound junior forward Demetrius Lilly, who is averaging 7.7 rebounds, 8.7 points per game, and 0.5 assists. He's shooting 38.8% from the floor, 30% from three, and 70.6% from the free throw line. The North Carolina Tar Heels are led by head coach Hubert Davis, who is 83-35 in his fourth year in Chapel Hill. Now, the Carolina Tar Heels leading scorer is the 6', 180-pound senior guard R.J. Davis, who is averaging 18.1 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, and 4.2 assists. He's shooting 35.1% from the floor, only 24.3% from beyond the arc, and 87.5% from the stripe. Those shooting percentages are obviously alarming. Now, the leading rebounder is the 6'9", 220-pound senior forward Jalen Withers, who is averaging 5.3 boards, 6.1 points per game, and 0.8 assists on the year. Carolina's leading assist man is the 6'1", 180-pound sophomore point guard Elliot Cadeau, who is averaging 5.4 assists against 3.3 turnovers. Once again, that's less than 2 assists to 1 turnover. That is not very good basketball. He's averaging 12.3 points per game and 3.8 boards. Now let's take a quick look at the team statistics, where we can see that LaSalle is averaging 77.1 points per game, and they're giving up 74.1 points. North Carolina is averaging 86.1 points per game, and they're giving up 80 on the dot. But both teams are rebounding at a 39 rebounds per game clip, and Carolina is averaging 2 more assists per game. So now that we've looked at the individual and team statistics, let's take a look at Russ's 3 keys to a Tar Heel victory. And key number 1 is going to be this: defend. While the Heels only gave up 65 points to Georgia Tech a few days ago, and believe it or not, Tech missed a ton of open shots, they're averaging giving up 80 points per game. If Carolina's going to turn the tide on this season, man, it's going to start defensively. The Heels have got to turn up defensively, especially against these guys. I need the guards pressed out front, trying to get steals, trying to generate turnovers, and then those turnovers get turned into fast break, easy buckets, man. If Carolina is going to turn the tide on this thing, it's going to start by them defending. Same thing as last year. Key number 2, you've got to protect the basketball, dude. Elliot Cadeau has had 23 turnovers in his last 5 games. That's averaging 4.6 per game. Not good at all. Doesn't matter who you are. Not only that, he's only had 22 assists. That is literally less than 1 assist per turnover in his last 5 games, man. Yikes. Okay? That's not good for a point guard. Elliott has got to take care of the basketball, and this is a perfect game to get himself back in the groove. And key number 3, man, plain and simple. You got to dominate, dude. Look, this is an inferior opponent, and Carolina needs to treat them as such. Carolina needs to dominate at the Dean Dome very much. Do the opposite of what they did against Tech. They need to run, baby, run. Run up this stinking score, watch that stinking ball go through the bucket, and get some confidence back. You have got to dominate these guys at your house. And that brings us to the prediction portion of the show. Now, Carolina will have had a week off, okay, to sift through the myriad of issues the team has dealt with on the court. And with all of the spotlight this last week being completely on the Carolina football program in December, I might add, because of, once again, the coaching hire, they haven't had a lot of people in their ears, which means there should have been very few distractions, which means the product on the court should be improved. How much? That remains to be seen. But I would imagine the pressure is off a little bit, given the opponent and the lack of attention, the lack of spotlight. And therefore, we should see Carolina shoot the ball more efficiently and play with a little less weight on their shoulders, man. So I'll give the Heels right here in a 20-plus win at the house, which will make us feel only slightly better going into the Florida game on the 17th, which is one of our last opportunities for a big out-of-conference Q1 win. So you let me know what you think about this basketball game in the comment section, Tar Heel Nation. Is your boy onto something? Or am I sitting up there in the nosebleeds having no idea what I'm talking about? Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you for the reaction video after the game, man. And as always, it is a great day to be a Tar Heel. Till the next one, baby. Go Heels.